Have you ever been to the races and felt a little disappointed with the returns of your each way bet? And that's left you feeling a little bit confused. Understanding how each way bets work can be somewhat daunting if you're new to betting. So is it possible to turn a profit, and are each way bets worth it in the long term? I'm going to explain the ins and outs of each way betting, so by the end of this video you will know how each way bets work, how to work out any returns, the types of races to bet in, and more importantly, whether you should include each way bets in your wagering arsenal to make your day at the races more profitable and exciting. Let's dive in. So what is an each way bet?
When you place an each way wager, you are in fact having two bets. You are betting on your selection to win the race, and you're also betting on your selection to be placed. The place terms, which determines how your each way bet will be settled, are depicted by the number of runners and the type of race, and we'll look more at this later in the video.
When it comes to staking each way bets, you're actually placing two wagers. You are betting on your selection to win the race, and you're also betting on your selection to be placed. So, for example, a £1 each way bet will cost you £2. £5 each way bet will cost you £10. How do each way bets work?
Remember, you are backing your selection to either win the race or be placed. Let's assume your selection has won the race. Both the win part and the place part of the bet will receive a payout. For the win part of the bet, you will be paid at the full odds. For the place part of the bet, you will be paid at either a quarter of the odds or a fifth of the odds, depending on the place terms. Let's assume your selection does not win but is placed. For being placed, you will be paid at either a quarter of the odds or a fifth of the odds, again depending on the place terms.
What are the place terms?
Now the following place terms are for horse racing only. Other sports, where each way betting is available, may have different place payout terms. Races of 2 to 4 runners win only. Races of 5 to 7 runners will pay a quarter of the odds first and second. Races of 8 or more runners will pay a fifth of the odds first, second and third. Handicap races of 12 to 15 runners, a quarter of the odds first, second and third. And handicap races of more than 15 runners will pay a quarter of the odds first, second, third and fourth.
Let's look at some each way betting examples.
So let's say you have placed £5 each way, costing a total of £10, on a horse at 17 to 2 in an 8-runner race. The horse ran well and managed to finish in third place. The win part of the bet. A losing bet and you have lost your £5 in stake money. The place part of the bet. For finishing third in an 8-runner race will pay a fifth of the odds. The total return would be £13.50, leaving a profit of £3.50. Now let's say you have placed £2.50 each way, costing a total of £5, on a horse at 10 to 1 in a 7-runner race. The horse made ground and was running on towards the post. It finished in third place. The win part of the bet. A losing bet and you have lost your £2.50 stake money. The place part of the bet. Races with 5 to 7 runners pay a quarter of the odds on first and second only. So this will be a losing bet and you have lost your £2.50 stake money, which equates to an overall loss of £5. Okay, one final example to help you understand how each way betting works. Let's say you have placed £10 each way, costing a total of £20 on a horse at 13-2 in a 14-runner handicap race. The horse was never in any doubt and won easily by 2 lengths. So, the win part of the bet, £10 at 13-2, returns £75. Plus, the place part of the bet, handicap races of 12 to 15 runners pay a quarter of the odds on first, second and third, so £10 at a quarter of 13-2 would return £26.25. That's a total return of £101.25, giving an overall profit of £81.25p.
It is also possible to bet on each way doubles, trebles, accumulators, for example, an each way Yankee, an each way Lucky 15. These are all possibilities you will find in your betting shop. So, to summarise, are each way bets worth it in the long term? It all comes down to the types of races you bet in and the prices you are willing to accept. If you bet in races with 7 runners or less, the place terms will only pay a quarter of the odds for the first and the second. So if you back a selection at 4-1 and it gets beaten into second place, you'll probably just get your stake money back. So a quarter of the odds of 4-1 is basically evens. If you back in races with 8 runners or more and you back a selection at 5-1, again, let's say it comes third, a fifth of 5-1 works out at evens again. So my advice would be, if you're going to bet each way, look for races of 8 or more runners and find some value prices. Of course, finding such winners does take a degree of skill and an understanding of form. So if you want to know more about betting on British horse racing and how to analyse form, head on over to tiptoppunter.co.uk, where you will discover a wealth of information waiting for you. And I will see you there. Thanks for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.